Chapter 7. Adelmo got up, grabbed his jeans and a t-shirt, and threw them on with not much thought about how it looked as he was getting ready for the day. He couldn't help but wonder, why did he have another dream about Lana? He knew his dreams all had meanings to them, but had no idea why she was there. Lana was getting ready for the day, grabbing a fire engine red sundress that has flowers with all different colors along the lower half of the dress, draping over every curve as it was made to fit her perfectly. The red matched the undertone of her skin. Her mind drifted back to her dream. Why is Adelmo there, and why the same dream from the night before? She was so confused about why this was happening to her. She wondered, is there some kind of purpose? I've never had a dream that repeated before. They both finished getting ready for the day and headed over to the store. Adelmo first arrived at the shop. Then in a matter of minutes, Lana pulled up as Adelmo was getting out of his car. They meet each other at the store entrance, happy to see that sparkle in their eyes. Lana unlocks the door. They both walk in, and Lana starts working on getting the shop ready to open for the day by doing the daily routine. Adelmo went over to the phone in hopes that Nick would have called and left a message. He saw their machine was flashing with a new message. His face lit up when he realized it was from Nick. Hey Adelmo, I must have just missed you. I did check up on that number for you. Give me a call so I can give you all the information I came up with. Talk to you later. Adelmo was excited but also in shock that Nick actually did something against protocol. He called up Nick, hoping he would be awake. Sure enough, he gets his voicemail again. Adelmo is getting a little annoyed with this phone tag crap. He leaves a message in a joking way. Nick, call me back, and this time make sure it's within business hours this time. Hung up and went to Lana. Adelmo approached Lana. Hey, just got done listening to the messages, and well, Nick called. Much to my surprise, actually checked in on that number. That is great news. Did he tell you anything? Well, he told me to call him, so I did, and well, he didn't answer. With a disappointed tone. I'm sure he will call you back at a decent time today, since it was the first thing this morning you called. I hope you're right, but only time will tell, feeling not much hope in him calling back anytime soon. Lana mentions, you could always go to his office and talk with him there. It might be easier that way. That is a great idea. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll have to wait till I know he is there though. With an excited tone. Well, call to make sure he is in his office before you head over there, so you don't waste your time. Thank you, I will do that. They both went on with doing things around the shop to finish getting ready for the day. Adelmo just had a thought he should call his grandfather, see if he knew anything about this person that was calling him. He went into the back room for some privacy and picked up the phone. The phone just rang and rang. No one answers. Adelmo felt confused. Someone usually always answers the phone. Perhaps he isn't at home, so I will need to try later. As Adelmo hung up, the phone suddenly rang, startling him, almost causing him to fall out of his seat. He picked up the phone, not thinking. He answered it as if he was at home. Hello. Nick responds, Adelmo. Luckily, it was Nick. Dude, you have the craziest timing, Adelmo exclaimed. What do you mean? I just hung up the phone from trying to get a hold of my grandfather. The phone suddenly rang as soon as I put the phone down. Anyway, you mentioned you had some information about that number. Nick laughed. Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. The number is from Vegas, by a person named Samara Alexandru. Adelmo was confused. This person has a last name like my grandfather. He thought to himself, thanks, Nick, for checking this out for me. I'm going to have to talk to my grandfather to see what he has to say about this new information I just found out. See if he can help me with this. What do you mean, Adelmo? How can your grandfather help you with this new information? Well, my grandfather's last name was originally Alexandru, so I need to find out if he knows this person. Alright, that makes a lot of sense and would be a good idea. Anyway, what was this person saying on the phone when she called? Just that she sent some stuff and also was mentioning something about the world going to be changing. Well, that is kind of a broad statement. Of course, the world is changing. It changes every day. Adelmo snickers. Well, you have a point there, but I don't think she was referring to that kind of change. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Have you seen the news lately? No, what's going on? There's been a large number of people disappearing in Germany in the last couple of days. Well, I'm glad it's not over here. It has been busy enough as it is. I don't need anything new to pop up. At least if it's over there, it's not my responsibility. Do you think it has anything to do with what you have learned about? I have no idea. My grandfather said I would feel an urge to need to go to a certain location when I am needed. I haven't felt anything yet, but maybe it's because this girl is distracting me from my senses. Well, anything is possible. Hey, do you want to have lunch a little later and discuss these things further? Sure. I will meet you there around 1 o'clock. All right, sounds good. I will see you then. Talk to you later, bud. They then hung up the phone. Adelmo went to go find Lana to tell her the good news. He entered the room to see her kneeling on the ground, organizing some books on the bottom shelf. He couldn't help but admire her from behind. How graceful she looked as she picked up a book, shifting it from one pile to the next, preparing to put them away. He snapped out of it and almost forgot why he had come out there to begin with. He went over to Lana. Hey, I just got off the phone with Nick. Lana, in an excited tone. That is great. Did he have any information for you about that person? As a matter of fact, he did. The lady's name is Samara Alexandra, and she lives over in Vegas. Interesting. Do you think she's related? I have no idea. My grandfather never mentioned anything about relatives. Then again, I never thought of asking him either. I always assumed it was me and him that were left in our family's line. Well, it looks like you will need to try and get a hold of him, so you will have all the information to help you understand what is going on. I know, and I will. Oh yeah, Nick wants me to have lunch with him around 1. I guess he wants to talk about this stuff more thoroughly. All right, hope you have fun, and bring me back some pie. Sure, anything specific? Lana smiled. Surprise me. Adelmo smiled. All right, hopefully I will get something you like, and I won't screw up too badly, and I will get something you actually enjoy. They continue working around the shop, organizing, sorting, helping customers, and taking orders. Adelmo, every 30 minutes, wanders into the back room to try and get a hold of his grandfather. It was approaching his lunchtime, and there was still no sign of getting a hold of him.